So, PlayStation has decided to increase the prices of PlayStation Plus from the base tier, which will increase by $20 US, to the top tier, which will increase by $40 US, I believe. This is per year. And my honest reaction to that is meh. I mean, it's a big shock to me. I've said this before and I say it again. A company is allowed to charge whatever they want for their products or service. And you, as a consumer, you are allowed to say yes or no to those prices at whatever level that you want. If you think that PlayStation Plus is worth it at $60, but not at $80 a year, that's perfectly fine. If you never thought it was worth anything, that's perfectly fine. If you thought that they should only be raising the price by $5, and so the fact that they've raised it by 20 at the minimum is not okay with you, that's perfectly fine. Everybody is going to have their own value kind of proposition and their value definition as to whether or not this is worth it, and you guys are perfectly fine to do that. For me personally, where my value kind of like evaluation works is that this is fine with me. It's not what I would prefer, obviously, but it's a service that I use, that I enjoy on a monthly basis at the minimum, and I enjoy the advantages and the perks that come with that. So therefore, for me, it is what it is. However, I will not begrudge anyone who has a big issue with this price hike. There are many arguments that are made out there that are valid. Many things such as the fact that Sony themselves do not provide online games to justify the online subscription. The fact that a lot of these gas as a service games might be available at a premium price, and therefore require a PlayStation Plus subscription on PlayStation 5, but not require the same on PC. There are many other really legit arguments that are being made out there, and you guys have fun with that. Like, I will not get in your way. I will not begrudge you. I will silently cheer you on, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Because for me, like I said, every consumer is allowed to voice their approval or their disapproval with a price increase. But at the same time, me personally, it is what it is. The last thing that I will say is that when you compare it to Game Pass, which also had a price hike this year, they went up by, I believe, $2 at the base rate, which brings them to $24 higher every year. I think the interesting thing with the Game Pass thing is that I thought it wasn't enough of a price hike, because when you are trying to justify day and date games, I just think that day and date games, they do not work well within a subscription model when it is available for such a low cost. I thought that Game Pass should have gone up by at least $5 a month, which would have brought it up by $60 a year, which is steep, but you are getting premium day and date titles from the first party anyway. That is the promise. And Phil Spencer has gone out there and told you that after Starfield, which will kick off the cadence, the new rhythm of about four premium games a year being released. So, and those games are typically, when we're counting AAA, kind of like budgets. So I always thought that, if you're going to have such a tremendous offer, then the price to get in should be a lot higher than even where they are now after the price hike. And again, if they had done that, a lot of people could have said, you know what, I'm not for it. I do not agree with it, as people did even when it was only $24 higher per year. But again, a company is allowed to charge whatever whatever they want, and you are allowed to pay whatever you are willing to pay. It is what it is. This is business. These companies are not your friends. I think the only takes that I find slightly puzzling are the takes where people tell you, oh, Sony is just greedy. I mean, is it greed? Can you assign a human emotion to a whole company? It is not a human entity to feel greed. However, the job of a company is to get your money. And once they get your money, they want to get more money from you. Like, that is the entire reason for existing. So the fact that Sony, Xbox, Nintendo all have various price hikes, or basically try to get as much money from you as possible, they try to monetize you, it is what it is. You just have to take a look at the value proposition and then be like, is this okay? Is this not okay? Like I said, I don't particularly care. However, if enough of you make a dent, in the social media, if enough of you actually back up your statements on the internet as to whether or not you are happy with this, and if you're unhappy, if enough of you quit or cancel your subscriptions, if enough of you, if enough of you don't renew your subscriptions, it will make a difference. And maybe Sony will go back on the plans, and then they will say, you know what, we're not going to have a steeper price hike, or maybe we're not going to have a price hike at all. That is completely up to you guys. And so, you know what, if you guys do it, it'll be great for you, it'll be great for me. Power to the consumer, we will win one. However, I am really pessimistic about this. I do not think that there's enough of you guys. I do not think you will make enough noise. I do not think that the market will care. I think people like me are just gonna look at the new prices and be like, all right. That's it. Like, I just do not see a world where Sony somehow backtracks on this. But hey, if you do it, power to you. Okay, I will congratulate you. I will be right there celebrating with you, and then life will move on anyway. So it is what it is. This price hike, it's not the best news for a consumer. But strangely, I was more upset with the price hikes from Netflix, and I think Disney, and some of the other services, like streaming services, because Crunchyroll. Oh my God, Crunchyroll. I don't want to get into a rant about Crunchyroll. I hate that service. So, and Sony owns that too, and it's just, oh God, disgusting, disgusting. So my experience with Crunchyroll has been terrible. So when I see Crunchyroll at the price that it is, I think it's at $23 a month over here in Australia. It's ridiculous, and I could not justify that. So, like I said, PlayStation Plus at the end of the day, go ahead and take your stance, whether you are for it, you're against it, or just like me, you're like, meh, whatever it is, what it is. And I will support you no matter what. One thing that I just find comical again is, don't try to attribute like human tendencies or human emotions to a company. A company doesn't feel greed. Its entire purpose is to just take money from you. It is what it is. It's like saying the sky is blue. So anyways, y'all have a good day.